it's your friendly neighborhood puppy chaser. I am taking a break from working on the ACO Twiggy and the Dog Bandits series because I'm not sure if it's actually worth it. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you really want to see this story as a suspenseful kind of drama, or if you just want me to talk about it in a regular video. If nobody wants to see it, then I don't really feel like doing it, so you guys are gonna have to let me know what you want. I don't know, I'm not getting a whole lot of feedback here. Anywho, I thought today we would do something kind of fun. I'm thinking the most Googled questions about animal control. So, without further ado, let's take a look. Is animal control open today? Well, we're not exactly a business. I mean, you call and we show up. Unless it's a barking dog complaint at midnight, then you're on your own. Is animal control law enforcement? That's a really good question. Technically, no. Animal control is not considered law enforcement in most jurisdictions. I've only seen a few that actually have sworn animal control officers, in which case they can perform all the tasks that police officers have, such as making arrests and executing search warrants. For the most part, no. It's like corrections. Corrections isn't considered law enforcement. Even though we enforce the law, we're not considered Leos. Is animal control no-kill? No. No, we are not. Is animal control 24 hours? Yes, for emergencies. Animal control will always take your call if you're having an animal emergency. So wildlife in your house, if your dog is attacking you, a dog gets hit by a car in the middle of the night, absolutely, we'll be there. Is animal control bad? I sure hope not. I like to think that we're the good guys. Does animal control cost money? I mean, yeah, kinda. Taxpayer money, but no, our services are sort of included with what you get when you call police or fire rescue or anything like that. They don't charge you for coming out. We don't charge you for coming out. But yes, you are paying for us with your taxes. Ha 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 ha. Then you get that one person that goes, I pay your salary with my taxes. Yeah, well, I pay my salary too, because guess what? I pay taxes too, so whatever. Does animal control kill animals? Yes. Yes, we do. We shoot them in the face. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yes, we do kill animals, okay? Yes. If you think about it, all animal control officers are serial killers because we've killed multiple times. Pretty scary to think about, right? Does animal control pick up dead animals? Again, that kind of depends on where you're located. Some animal control agencies do pick up dead animals, some do not. Sometimes they leave that to sanitation, sometimes they leave it to Department of Transportation. Kind of depends. Does animal control check for microchips? Yes. And quick PSA, please, please, please get your animals microchipped, because it makes it so much easier if they get lost or end up in somebody else's hands to be able to trace it back to you. Why does animal control kill dogs? That kind of depends too. If we kill a dog out in the field, it's because it was either aggressive or it was very, very sick and we couldn't transport it. Sometimes animal control officers have shelter duties, so they'll euthanize it at the shelter, but a lot of times it's shelter staff, like a veterinary technician or such, that will actually perform the euthanasia. So if we're the ones killing the animal, it's usually because the animal's in bad shape. Why does animal control come to your house? Well, we either come to your house because you're calling in a complaint on somebody, or you're a witness, or you're in trouble. That's pretty much the only reason you'll see us. What does animal control do? I could make a whole video on what animal control does. We do a lot. We handle all sorts of animal calls, from bats in your house to cruelty, neglect, enforcing civil laws such as walking your dog on a leash or barking dog complaints, things of that nature. Sometimes we pick up nuisance wildlife. If you guys really want me to make a video on all the things that we can do, I will definitely do that, because I certainly enjoy talking about it. Okay, so then there's a couple questions. What does animal control do with raccoons? Do with possums? Oh, possum! That sounded more British than Irish. But anyway, opossums and raccoons and groundhogs, we try to release. Some states have rules about that. Technically, I'm not supposed to release a raccoon or a fox because they are carriers of rabies. But if it wasn't bothering anybody, and it was just kind of in the trash, didn't end up making contact with a dog or anything, and seems pretty healthy, then yeah, I'm gonna let it go. But yeah, if it's being a jerk, then oh, you've sealed your death sentence there, buddy. What does animal control do with dogs that bite? Again, it kind of depends on the scenario. Why did the dog bite? How many times has it bitten somebody? Yeah, we'll take a bite report, and we'll have your dog checked for the rabies vaccine and quarantined for 10 days. You're not going to get in trouble. We're not going to take your dog. However, if your dog repeatedly gets out and attacks people for no reason, then your dog's going to get deemed dangerous and then potentially euthanized. Big difference. What does animal control do with feral cats? It kind of depends on the department. Look at my feral cat video if you really want to see my opinion on feral cats. There you go. What rights do animal control officers have? I mean, we have the same rights as everybody else, but as far as what are we allowed to do in an investigation, we are typically given more leniency to be able to go onto somebody's property if we are checking for a dog that's running at large, and if it's running across a bunch of yards, we're allowed to pursue that. As far as, like, cruelty neglect cases, we have to be very, very careful not to infringe upon anybody's right. So we have to be very, very careful to follow the letter of the law when it comes to investigations. We are held to the same standards that police officers are. What hours do animal control officers work? All of them. What do animal control officers carry? So that kind of ties in with what tools do animal control officers use and what weapons do animal control officers carry. So, on our person, animal control officers often carry OC spray, baton, possibly a taser. In the truck, we carry cages, catch poles, snappy snares. Yes, that's what they're called, snappy snares. I didn't make that up. Nets. Sometimes we'll have a net gun, and oftentimes we'll have a firearm in the truck, so shotgun or rifle for in-the-field euthanasias. What do animal control officers wear? Clothes. We wear clothes. Okay. We wear uniforms, and depending on what area you're in, you either look somewhat like a police officer or nothing like a police officer. Sometimes we wear navy blue, sometimes we wear tan, sometimes we wear olive green. It really depends on the area. Alrighty, if there are any questions that you guys have that weren't covered or anything that you want me to go into more detail about, please leave a comment below. Thanks so much! This is ACO Twiggy calling 1042. Till next time.